Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This video is a sequel to a video I uploaded the other day, and if you haven't seen that, I will link that down below and right here. That video was my most reached for, most loved MAC eyeshadows, and this is the sequel, kind of the exact opposite, the flip side of the coin, my least favourite or least reached for MAC eyeshadows. And personally, I would find this one a little bit more interesting. So this is a mixture of neutrals and colours, believe it or not, and I'm just going to jump straight in. As I mentioned back in the day, like all the original YouTubers were using these gorgeous MAC eyeshadows all the time, and I literally used to take lists and go in and just buy the eyeshadows without really doing much research into them, and as a result I've accumulated a lot of eyeshadows that I really don't ever use. So this is the first one that comes to mind, and when I see someone using it in a video I think, I really should pull that out and start using it, but if I've used this twice, that's all I've used it. This is Patina. And everyone goes on about how they love it so much, but I just think this is such a boring colour. I think everyone says it's boring in the pan, but swatched, I still think it's just a dirty... I just don't like it as a colour. What do you think? I just think that's so blah. Sorry, but this is a burn I got from the oven last week. I just think it's such a blah colour. I just don't get it. Can anyone tell me how they use this colour, what combos they have it in, if they love it and if they don't? And if you agree with me and think it's a black colour, please let me know too, but not my thing. This is absolutely sinful, but I don't think I have ever used this eyeshadow, and the evidence is on the pan. This is Print. Can you see how like still flat that is? No dip whatsoever. This is, I suppose, a slightly shimmery grey colour. Swatches just like that. I'll put it beside Patina so you can see. Why don't I use this one? I honestly don't know. I picked it up as kind of an alternative to black, but I just think cool colours don't really suit my eyes. Warm colours suit green eyes better and my skin tone, so maybe that's why I don't really reach for it. I really should. It's just such a shame. Like, these are like, are they 14 or 15 euro each when you buy them in the pot? Just here in Ireland they're so expensive. I really should pull this out and try and use it more. Maybe that's a good side effect to this video. I'll actually start using these more. Another MAC eyeshadow I rarely use is Black Tide, and it's a shimmery black. I'll swatch it for you. It's just not a nice texture, and to be honest with you, it's not a million miles from Print. If you look, they look kind of more or less identical, but yeah, never reach for this. If I want a black, I'll use a black eyeshadow. If I want a grey, I'll use a grey. I have no use for this, and I rarely use it. Again, it's quite flat, and I very rarely used it. Now I have two lighter colours that I want to show you, and these might come as a shock because these are raved about. So this one is called Brulee. Lots of people say they love this colour. I just think it is such a boring eyeshadow colour. Like, look at that. That's literally nothing. Like, it's actually nothing. There's no point in showing you my hand. I have swatched it there. You literally can't see it. Hate this colour. Really regret buying it. Does anyone else think, now this is my conspiracy theory, that there is such a thing as dud MAC eyeshadows? Some people rave and swatch these gorgeous shadows, and then when you get the shadow they're just like not pigmented at all. The next one is a prime example. People rave about Shroom. They think it's an amazing colour, but when I swatch it I'm just like, it's chalky, it's not pigmented, I just don't like it. I know Jaclyn Hill uses it all the time as a highlight colour. It just doesn't show up my skin at all, and I really regret having this eyeshadow. So yeah, everyone goes on about how amazing Shroom is. I just don't see it. Now we're moving on to the coloured eyeshadows that I rarely use, and I actually have quite a few, as you would suspect. The first one, it's the reason I don't use this one more often is it's just so difficult to work with. This is a matte MAC eyeshadow, and it's called Plumage. Now it is an absolutely beautiful colour. It's like a peacocky dark navy blue. I mean, it's an absolutely beautiful colour, so pigmented. Sorry, it's focusing on me. It's absolutely gorgeous, so pigmented, but so hard to blend. Now there it looks like incredibly buttery and creamy, which it is. It just, when I apply that to my eyes, in my outer corner or all over my lid, I find when I blend it, it blends away. So that's my issue with that eyeshadow, but I really should try and use it more often and get to know it and just learn how to work it, because it's an absolutely gorgeous colour. Look at that, gorgeous. Another blue I rarely use is Tilt, and I know years ago I remember Pixie Woo were talking about their least favourite MAC eyeshadows, and I think Nicola said Tilt was hers, so I remember cracking it out. Now it's a nice colour, I think it's actually a nice colour, but I just rarely reach for it. I don't know, there's a stigma attached to blue eyeshadows, isn't there? There it is swatched just below Plumage. I mean, the pigmentation, oh, that's so ugly. The pigmentation isn't bad, it's just one of those colours that I don't think would suit me. And my last two colours are quite similar. You'll understand in a second. And while I don't dislike these colours, I think they're beautiful, I don't reach for them as often as I should. And you know what, this is just the kick up at the arse I needed. They're absolutely gorgeous colours, and I am going to start using them. It's Orange and Red Brick. This is Orange and this is Red Brick. Aren't they just beautiful colours? Like, imagine those in the crease with a lovely dark brown smoky eye. Okay, so here is Red Brick. Here's Orange. I'm going to swatch them side by side for you. So the top is Red Brick and the bottom is Orange. Absolutely stunning colours, and I am going to use them more often. So those are my least reached for MAC eyeshadows. Not so much least loved, just least reached for various reasons, as I mentioned with them. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave me in a comment down below your least reached for MAC eyeshadow and your least favourite MAC eyeshadow. And if they're the same thing, that's cool, but if they're different, I'd like to know your too. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye!